Walker in the weirdness, you return. Welcome. I don't know what to say. Has Mother sensed my doubts? My true burden? Deep down, I've always felt that Sonder was not my destiny. I envied Therov for joining One-Eye's rebellion and getting to see the world. I envied Taranis for his work with the Alchemists' Guild. Now I will have the chance to know real life. But I cannot be the elder of a tribe with no tribe. Perhaps I will join those who refused Mother's call. For the first time in my life, I feel free. I don't know how Gerfan will react to an elder without a tribe. But, well, he summoned me, so I will come. There is a reason why the Thoid made me their elder. My power, despised by the other Delrida, is truly unrivaled. And on the battlefield, a skilled Thoid is worth 10 Volker warriors steeped in Mather's fury. The Thoid. We have long been divided between those who follow Mother and those who were deaf to her call. Or at least, that's what we believed. That they were cowards, unfaithful, ungrateful wretches. But I was never convinced by those words. To me, they were simply brothers who dared to walk their own path, even at the cost of eternity. Deep down, I admired them. I am still Thoid, and I am young. When I come of age, I can bring more Thoid into this world, perhaps even with the help of those who return home one day. I am certain they will be. They will believe what they choose to believe. It will be a new beginning. My role as elder was to guide the Thoid of old to the dreaming. But those who come after them will live in the waking world, and I will guide them too. At last, I will be allowed to grow up, and I'll admit, I cannot wait. It's hard to say, but I don't truly care. They will either accept us, or they won't. But who knows? Perhaps this time we will grow closer to them. I've always thought they envied our direct connection to Mother. With Mother gone, perhaps we will finally build a true rapport. I know I will always wonder what Sonder would have been like. And I know my heart will grieve for my kin. But something tells me this path is not closed to me forever. If there truly is a place we go after death, perhaps it is Sonder. That would also align with Runa's claim that Sonder is a trap, and that, in truth, everyone dies before entering Sonder. Maybe he was right. If so, then when I die, my soul will awaken in Sonder. I will see my tribe again. And finally, I will meet Mother. That is what I have decided to believe. See you at the moot, Walker in the Weirdness. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
And what do you think would have become of Avalon if the warlike Dalrita, already revering the giants as they are now, had the chance to worship them as living, active beings? The giants were too powerful to remain among us, especially on lands gifted to the tribes of the Dalrita. There were those among us who demanded their complete destruction. That I would not allow. It was already punishment enough that they enslaved their own children and used them as a bargaining tool. I do not blame the Theod mother for her anger. She has every right to it. At the time, I saw no other way. We had no way to control the giants, and we couldn't allow them to form an alliance with the Foredwellers. So we resorted to deception. The giants are cunning creatures. Had we not gained the upper hand, they would have turned on us at the first opportunity. I am not proud of it, but war follows its own cruel laws. I certainly had no time to consider whether it was the right one. Time cannot be turned back, nor can the decisions made. Let that be the end of it. I have nothing more to add.
Well met, traveler. By the stones, you've done it. The blessing of the giants. Do you have any idea what you've accomplished? Forging a weapon from them is the pinnacle of the Stone Warden's craft. It's a feat spoken of in tales but never achieved in living memory. You've brought us to the peak of what we can do, and surpassed even that. It would be an honor to forge this. The Giants entrusted their strength to you, and I'll make sure it's bound in steel worthy of their name. Watch closely, for this is the craft of the ages. It is done. Use it with purpose. The strength of the Giants is yours to wield. Do not squander it.
Return, but not as before. I see the Giant's blessing upon you, their mark burned into your soul. Why would they favor such a feeble creature? The Giants, they abandoned us long ago. Left us to rot while they slumbered in stone. Their blessings mean nothing to me. You think their favor makes you worthy to face me? You are nothing. I am the lone pillar, the chosen of the gods. No mortal or giant can unseat me. Enough! Then come, walker in the weirdness. Let us see if the Giant's blessings can save you from the wrath of the Lone Pillar. pillar has fallen. But you are no Dalrida. No outsider can carry the mantle of chieftain. The tribe needs one of its own. Speak, conqueror. Who will take my place? Darvan, the old warden, a man of stone and will. If he can bind the tribe together as he does the forge, perhaps he will succeed where I failed. Bear the weight well, Darvan. The Ulfa's survival depends on it. Lead them better than I did. Protect the Ulfa. Restore what I let fall.
You fought bravely, and I have heard your will. But me, chieftain, I never sought such a thing. I've always been a stone warden, shaping steel, not people.
You are a man of honor, strength, and skill. I trust you completely. With you at the helm, the Ulfar will regain their strength.
Well, if this is what the tribe needs, I'll bear the weight. The Ulfar deserves a steady hand, and I'll do my best to give them one. Just don't expect me to enjoy it. The Forge was a far simpler place to rule. Out of the question. Don't get me wrong. I respect my brother's faith in a united Dalrita. But let's not fool ourselves. The Dalrita are anything but united. And this so-called rebellion of One Ice is bound to collapse. Right now, we should be worrying about the weirdness. Not another damned war with Camelot.
I can't lie. I thought going to the moot might have been good for us. The Ulfar could use a place at the table. But maybe Darvan's right. After the whole damned mess with Thrigvi, we need to stop chasing other people's wars and start rebuilding as a tribe.
And now, I've got not only the Stone Wardens to lead, but the whole pack of stubborn Ulfar as well. And I will lead them, but not by barking my orders like Thrigva did. It'll take years to remind him what it means to be Ulfar. And now you ask me, after deciding their future with me at the helm? Ha! That's bold of you. But don't worry. They've got a good instinct. That whole mess with Thrigvi, it infuriated me. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't imagined what I'd do differently. Had I been the one to earn the Giant's blessings. And I've got a thing or two up my sleeve. Warriors need a steady hand to lead them. But they also need respect. Just like the Stone Wardens. So strength and respect will be restored. That much, I promise. Ulfar needs a leader, not a loudmouth. I'll remind them of that. Now, I suppose I should see what kind of mess I've inherited.
That is without a doubt the work of the throne he sat upon. It is carved into the lone pillar, a very powerful artifact, more powerful than I had ever imagined. The lone pillars have long emanated a powerful energy that we never fully understood. At first, we thought they worked like menhirs, but when they showed no such properties, we paid them little mind. And once I gifted those lands to the tribes, our access became limited. Still, I know the lone pillars once served the giants as a conduit for the Four Dwellers' will. When the time came for them to depart, the giants would approach a pillar and surrender their life force to it. They believed that by doing so, they would merge with the weirdness and become immortal. And after what happened to Thrigva, I'm beginning to believe they might have been right.
Yes? Who have you managed to convince? My own brother, and this is the knife he stabs me with. Yes, that's Darvan for you. As stubborn as the hammer he swings in that massive forge of his. Of course they had to choose him as their next leader. And without the Ulfra tribe, I can't see this war happening. They are our best warriors and smiths. We might as well march on Camelot with our bare asses. How did you manage to convince the Twyde tribe? They've always kept to themselves, no matter the hardships we faced. You've done the impossible, and I want to give you an artifact the Twyde tribe once guarded. Here, a part to the king's armor they were tasked with guarding. It will aid you as you face the challenges of the king's threat. Go now, my king, and reclaim your crown. All the tribes can do now is patiently wait for your return.
Now you ask me, when it was your choices and actions that led to those consequences. Not all of the Dalrita came, and this is surely not the outcome Gurfhanna hoped for. But since you ask for my thoughts, the Dalrita united would be an unstoppable force. If we wish to avoid bloodshed, perhaps it's good that not everyone followed the voice of the tribes.
his burden, the man beneath the myth. I am the face that time forgot, the name that was never enough.
First, you used these people to win yourself a kingdom, and now you herded them here under threat of being stomped to death by giants if they leave or disobey. After all that they've gone through, all that they've done, all that they've suffered, this is how you intend to repay them.
No kingdom will stand with people like them within its borders. They would have to change their ways. The Del Rita are not ready for this. You know this.
You did worse than all of them combined, and you are the one responsible for all they've done so far. They fought for your name and under your banners. Does this mean you're not fit to be a king? Not ready to have a kingdom?
I left the heritage of Pendragon behind me. I severed the ties between myself and my tribe. I lost all that tied me to the past when I became king. I set a new path for myself. They are not ready to do that.
Bullshit! You forced them to go against their sacred traditions. You destroyed their identities. They betrayed their comrades because you ordered them to. They kidnapped the children of the giants because you told them to do it. Everything they did was so that you could win this war. And now what? You're going to punish them for being your best, fiercest soldiers, most loyal of your men?
This is not...
Oh, stop with your excuses already. You broke them, and now you're abandoning them to starve or freeze to death in these damned lands.
This kingdom needs to be built on peace, Caradoc. Letting them live among merchants, lords, and ladies in Camelot or Timberwall. How would that go?
Exactly as anyone would expect it to go.
So we would end up with a civil war. Right after we've won the war that almost annihilated us all.
Oh, damn you. I've had enough. I stood by you through everything. Even what you did to me. To Seawall. I let it all slide. I told myself it was for something. For a noble cause. But this is where I draw the line. I renounce my oaths, and I'm walking away. Put a blade in my back if that helps you sleep. I don't care. Not anymore.
Now I remember it all. I left the best of my people here. I betrayed their loyalty. And for what? Everything is in ruin. Everything I struggled to build is corrupted. This land, it had a glorious past, but it has no future. There is no way to save it. I know. I see it now. And it was my decision that cost them the ability to grow and change. I may have been right about the diagnosis. Now I see I could have been wrong about the cure. The tribes helped us win the war. They were fearless and followed every order. They were the most loyal of all. But I left them broken. And after the war, their bloodlust was insatiable. I had to do something. This felt like the only choice. The giants sided with our enemy. We had to find a way to remove them from the equation. So, under cover of night, the tribes stole their children. I told the giants their offspring were our hostages, and that we would slaughter them if they refused to bend the knee. One of the most humiliating moments of that whole war, both for me and for the Del Rita. Caradoc had the clearest eyes of any of us. He saw things for what they were. And I think I destroyed that. Destroyed him with all I did. I turned him into this. And now he's only a shadow of the man I once knew. He used to carry hope. Now all he carries is vengeance. I come from the Pendragon bloodline, a heritage drenched in as much blood as that of the Del Rita. A heritage that pillaged and fought in the homelands for longer than anyone can remember, and unable to build anything that withstood the test of time. I decided to leave it behind me when we won the war against the Four-Dwellers and built our kingdom on Avalon on stronger foundations. Now we've seen that my bloodline must have been cursed. There's nothing left. Nothing worth saving. Nothing worth rebuilding. I gave everything I had to this land. My blood. My soul, my name, and the land devoured it all. I betrayed the ones who believed in me. I cut down the men who fought for me. I turned away from my own blood to build something better. And all I built was another ruin. I thought I was forging a future. I was just extending the fall. Do what you want. There's nothing about this land that I recognize anymore. All I've ever done got turned into dust, corrupted against my intentions, destroyed. Why bother?
Once and future king, you return. Speak your will through the mortal you now inhabit. Is it time for us to awaken? We have waited for this moment for ages.
We shall return to the home of our ancestors. We are grateful for this decision. Your will shall be done.
We are ready to begin the moot. We were only waiting for your return, once and future king. You were strong enough to walk the king's thread, and you conquered it. What is your will, my king? What decision have you made regarding the giants? I understand your decision, though I struggle to accept it. We had the chance to end the war once and for all, and instead we are left with a fragile peace. I only hope that the threat of the weirdness is real enough that Camelot will turn its strength toward protecting the people, and not, once again, to march on our lands. Thank you, my king, for your intervention. I, the voice of the Dalrida tribes, accept your decision with humility and gratitude.